Hello everyone, I am Dr.Priyanka Sachdev here, your NEET PG educator on Unacademy. So today I am here to explain your topic, very important topic from general pathology. I am going to talk about cell death. We know cell deaths are of two types, apoptosis and necrosis. So in this particular lecture, I am going to talk about apoptosis, very important topic. And we know there are three processes in continuity. First, cell adaptation takes place, then cell injury, then cell death. Whenever any cell is under stress. So this is the sequence, but I'm going to talk about apoptosis in this particular lecture. So I'm going to talk about cell death, the two types of cell death, apoptosis and necrosis. So I'm going to talk about apoptosis today. So let's start apoptosis. So what is apoptosis? These are the headings under which I'm going to discuss the topic. So what is apoptosis? What is the definition of apoptosis? So if you ask me in simple words, so particularly I will say in one word, apoptosis is cell suicide. Now, why a cell do a suicide? No one wants to do a suicide now. Why a particular cell is doing suicide? Why? Why and how? So why it is doing suicide? So if there is any cell who has already performed its function, the cell has already performed its function and it is no more required in the body, the first situation. Or the second situation, the DNA of this cell is damaged due to physical, chemical or biological carcinogens. The DNA is damaged to such an extent that it cannot be repaired anymore. So in these two particular situations, either the cell is not required in the body, it has already performed its function, or the DNA of the cell is damaged to such an extent that it cannot be repaired anymore. In both of these situations, the cell will die by itself. That is, the cell will do suicide. So that is the answer of why it is doing suicide. So in two conditions it is doing suicide. Now the second question, how it is doing. So this is the definition of apoptosis given in Robbins, the big definition, you know. So let me simplify it. Let me simplify it. I will show you that slide again. Just understand the sketch diagram drawn by me. So can you see, this is a cell, this is the cell, this is the nucleus of the cell. In the cytoplasm of the cell, various enzymes are present which are known as caspase. In all cells of our body, these caspase are present. But normally these caspase are inactive. In cytoplasm, these are inactive. All of them are inactive. But whenever that cell is designated to die, it is destined to die. It is supposed to die. Either it has performed its function or its DNA is damaged. In both of these situations, this cell is designated to die now. Then in such situation, these caspase will become activated. How it will become activated? It will become activated by one of the two processes, either intrinsic pathway or by extrinsic pathway. I will explain you both pathways in detail. Just have patience. So either of the two pathways, these caspase will become activated. Once they will become activated, what they will do? After becoming activated, they will degrade the nucleus. The activated caspase in the cytoplasm will degrade the nucleus as well as cytoplasmic proteins as well as cell membrane of the cell. So everything is degraded by these caspase. The entire entire cell is converted into multiple small bodies. Multiple fragments of the nucleus and multiple fragments of the cytoplasm will enter in one, and multiple fragments of the cell membrane will enter in one body. So one body contains fragments of nucleus, fragments of cytoplasm and fragments of plasma membrane, and these bodies are known as apoptotic bodies. So ultimately these caspase are converting the cell into multiple small bodies known as apoptotic bodies. Ultimately a phagocyte will come and engulf all the apoptotic bodies. The phagocyte is coming and engulfing all the apoptotic bodies. So in short, there is no leakage outside. There is no leakage of cytoplasm outside, so there is no inflammation. No leakage, no inflammation. These are the hallmarks of apoptosis which differentiate apoptosis from necrosis. Done. So can you see it? Now read the definition. So it is a pathway of cell death. Yes or no? Apoptosis is a pathway of cell death in which it is tightly intracellularly regulated. Okay. In which a cell which is destined to die, it will activate certain enzymes known as caspase inside the cytoplasm. Those caspase will degrade the cell's own nucleus as well as cytoplasm as well as protein. Ultimately, multiple apoptotic bodies are formed. All of them undergo phagocytosis. There is no leakage, no inflammation. These are the hallmarks of apoptosis. Please learn it. So can I say apoptosis is a way of eliminating unwanted cells from the body? Yes, of course, you can say. So apoptosis occurs of a single cell, not a group of cells, as in contrast to necrosis, which occurs of a cluster of cells. Necrosis always occurs in groups. Apoptosis is a programmed cell death. It is genetically programmed and it is energy dependent. For apoptosis, we require ATP. Cell require ATP. मरना भी मुफ्त में नहीं है, फ्री में नहीं है. मरने के लिए before dying also cell has to invest energy. So that is the thing. Okay, anyways, coming on the mechanism of apoptosis. As I have told you, there are two pathways, extrinsic pathway and intrinsic pathway. So extrinsic is known as extrinsic because here the signal will signal for dying. Cell will receive the signal now that it has to die. In extrinsic, the signal will come from external. Signal will come from external. I will tell you how. And in intrinsic, the signal will come from inside the cell only. Inside the cell only from DNA, the signal will come and cell will come to know that I have to die now. In both of these situations, cell will do the suicide, cell will commit suicide. Done. Both of these pathways have two phases. Initiation phase, execution phase, initiation phase, execution phase. Now, the beauty of this pathway, I will tell you everything. The beauty is that execution pathway of both, execution phase of both pathways, intrinsic and extrinsic, is common. Intrinsic and extrinsic. So I will tell you a story. Listen it like a story, a beautiful story. So first I will tell you initiation of extrinsic pathway. Then I will tell you initiation of intrinsic pathway. I will leave both initiations at intermission. After intermission, the rest of the movie will be continued in execution pathway, which will be common for both. So I will tell you initiation of extrinsic first, initiation of intrinsic, then execution of both of them. So listen this movie in three parts. So let me start the first part, extrinsic pathway. I am starting with the first one, extrinsic pathway ka initiation, then intrinsic pathway ka initiation, then execution. दोनों का साथ में लेंगे because it is convergence and common in both. Let me start with the first. Now listen it like a story. Very, very, very important. Extrinsic pathway का initiation phase. As I have told you, extrinsic pathway को extrinsic इसलिए कहते हैं because here the signals come from external. That's why extrinsic. Listen, this is a cell. This can be any cell of the body from head to toe, human body. So these cells, on the surface of the cells, death receptors are present. Can you see the red colored receptors? These are death receptors. These are of two types. These are FAS, also known as CD95, one and the same thing, CD95, and second is tumor necrotic factor, TNF receptor. So one of the death receptor is present on the surface and they are present at a distance from each other. Between two death receptors, you can see certain distance is present. So it is normally present on all the body cells. Done. So let me draw a sketch diagram for it. Can you see a cell? Say yes or no. Yes, of course. You can see the nucleus, you can see the DNA, you can see the cell membrane. On the cell membrane, beautiful, you can see death receptors. So these death receptors, just suppose I am considering the first death receptor, FAS, also known as CD95. It can be TNF alpha also. So when ligand will come, ligand is FAS for FAS and TNF for TNF. So FAS is coming. The yellow color here is the ligand. When ligand is coming and binding with the death receptor, it is giving the message to the cell, conveying the message that you have to die. So here signal is carried by the ligand and ligand is coming from outside, external. That's why it is known as extrinsic pathway, because here the signal is carried by ligand and it is coming from outside, not inside the cell. So it is coming from outside. So can you see? Let me zoom it out this portion. So I'm zooming it out. So can you see? This is FAS ligand. These are the death receptors. You can see these are present at a distance from each other, CD95 or FAS. When ligand will bind with the receptor, when this ligand is binding, this is the ligand, binding with the receptor, then what will happen? Multiple receptors come closer to each other. Multiple death receptor comes closer with each other when this ligand is binding to the receptor, FAS receptor. So these multiple FAS receptors come closer, they become activated. And on the cytoplasmic side, when multiple of them are coming together, they will form a domain. It is known as FADD, FADD, FAS associated death domain, FADD, FAS associated death domain. Now this is the cytoplasm of the cell, you can see inside it. When this FADD is formed in the cytoplasm, what will happen? This cytoplasm contains all caspase number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, many caspase, but all of them are inactivated. With the formation of this FADD, the first caspase to be activated is caspase number 8. So pro-caspase 8 will get converted into active caspase 8. So that is the story. So this FADD is converting pro-caspase 8 into active caspase 8. So these are the diagrams drawn by me, sketch diagram. These are the diagrams from Robbins, you can see. Can you see a cell membrane here? Can you see a death receptor here? Can you see a ligand here? when ligand is coming and binding with the death receptor, can you see multiple death receptors coming closer? Can you see formation of a domain? The domain formed here is known as death domain, fast associated death domain, because of which this procaspase 8 is getting converted into caspase 8. So what will happen next? You will ask, ma'am, what is the story ahead? This is the flow chart. You can read by your own. So when fast ligand is coming, it is binding with fast receptor. Multiple fast receptor come closer. A domain is formed on the side, cytoplasmic side. It is known as fast associated death domain, and it will convert procaspase 8 into active caspase 8. So that was about fast. The same can happen with TNF also. Instead of fast, if TNF is present, then TNF ligand will come instead of fast ligand. TNF receptors, it will bind to the TNF receptors, and instead of FADD, TRADD, TRAD will form. That is TNF receptor associated death domain. है ये भी death domain ही, but it is TNF receptor associated death domain, and again it will convert the same caspase 8, procaspase 8 into active caspase 8. So story is same with both of them, either fast or TNF. So where I am leaving, I am done with here. You will say, ma'am, what will happen again ahead? प्रोकैस्पेज 8 एक्टिव कैस्पेज 8 में कन्वर्ट होके करेगा क्या? सेल डेथ तो ही नहीं, सेल सुसाइड तो अभी तक नहीं हुआ. आई विल कंटिन्यू द स्टोरी इन एग्जीक्यूशन फेज. जस्ट होल्ड इट ऑन. इंटरमिशन इज देयर. Just learn the story till intermission. I will continue it in later half. Listen, I am leaving the story here at caspase 8. I will continue it from caspase 8 in the execution phase, but afterwards, let me tell you initiation phase of intrinsic pathway first. We have completed initiation phase of extrinsic pathway. Now I am covering initiation phase of intrinsic pathway. I will leave the story here and then I will continue both stories together in execution. Let me start intrinsic pathway initiation phase. I hope you people are understanding, enjoying it. So, okay, intrinsic pathway initiation phase. Here, it is known as intrinsic pathway because here the stimulus will come inside the cell, not from outside in the form of ligand. So here the stimulus will come from DNA damage. DNA damage. So listen, please, beautiful diagram. Can you see this is a cell? Everyone see this is a cell. Everyone see this is the nucleus of the cell and this is the DNA inside the nucleus. DNA is healthy, absolutely all right. And this is the mitochondria of the cell. The inner membrane of the mitochondria, the outer membrane of the mitochondria. Between the two membranes, a protein is present. It is known as cytochrome C. Cytochrome is the protein present between two mitochondrial membrane in the space. It never comes out in the cytoplasm. If it comes out in the cytoplasm, now apoptosis will take place. So mitochondria has transit. The gate of the mitochondria is known as mitochondrial transit. This is the gate of the mitochondria. It is known as mitochondrial transit. So why you can ask me, ma'am, why the cytochrome C is not coming out of the gate? Who is preventing it? So there are two guards. There are two guards sitting there with danda in their hand. Ki no, cytochrome C, you just go inside. You cannot come outside in the cytoplasm. So these two guards, the name of these two proteins, these are two proteins, BCL2 and BCLX. So these are preventing apoptosis. These are preventing cytochrome C to come out. That's why these two guards are known as anti-apoptotic proteins. Anti-apoptotic proteins are there. So BCL2, BCLX, and the third one is MCL. You can also learn the name of MCL. BCL2, BCLX, and MCL. So these are the main anti-apoptotic proteins which are closing the door. So preventing cytochrome C to come out because DNA is absolutely all right. But once DNA damage is occurred, if it is beyond repair, first P53 will try to repair it. If P53 cannot repair it, it is beyond repair, it is too much damage. Then what will happen? This DNA will send a signal to the mitochondria that I am damaged, just kill the cell. I am damaged. This cell cannot survive anymore. I am damaged from inside and I cannot be repaired. So just initiate the process and start do the suicide of the cell. So this signal is received by the mitochondria. Now signal अंदर के अंदर आ रहा है. Signal is sent from DNA to mitochondria. That's why it is known as intrinsic pathway. It is not the ligand coming from outside like the previous ones. It is intrinsic pathway. So signal is sent from the DNA to the mitochondria. So what will happen? Two guards were present now. BCL2, BCLX, which were preventing cytochrome C to come out. These two guards are replaced by three another guards. So name of the three guards: Box, Bach, Bim. One more you can add: Bath. Box, Bath, Bim, Bath. So these are the guards which will open the door. So they will allow cytochrome C to come out and they will allow apoptosis to happen. That's why these guards are known as pro-apoptotic proteins. Pro-apoptotic proteins. Have you got it? And BCL2, BCLX were anti-apoptotic. MCL, these were anti-apoptotic proteins. So when these guards will come, they will open the transit. So this cytochrome C will come out in the cytoplasm. See, so when these are replaced by these, open the door, cytochrome C will come in the cytoplasm. So what will happen when cytochrome C will come in the cytoplasm? In the cytoplasm, again, all caspase are present. Caspase number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but all of them are inactivated. So caspase number 9, not 8. 8 was the first caspase to be activated in extrinsic pathway. We are talking about intrinsic pathway now. Here caspase number 9 is the first caspase which will be activated. So in the cytoplasm, normally caspase 9 is inactive, that is procaspase 9, because it is binding with its best friend known as APOF1. What is the full form of APOF1? Apoptotic activating factor 1, APOF1. So this is pair. Always these are two best friends, APOF1 and procaspase 9. They always move together. And until and unless, please listen, until and unless this procaspase 9 is bound with APOF1, it will remain inactive only. So what will happen? The cytochrome C will come out in the cytoplasm and वो APOF1 को पटा के चला जाएगा कि APOF1 you come with me, you just come with me, leave procaspase 9 and you just come with me. So there is a triplet, you know. So the side, listen, it's like an interesting story, you know, then only you will not forget it. So the cytochrome C is taking APOF1 with him. So this procaspase 9 will remain alone, so it will get activated. So it will get activated when cytochrome C take APOF1 with him. Procaspase 9 will become activated, convert into active caspase 9. And this active caspase 9 is the first caspase to be activated. What happens to the story later? I will continue the story in execution phase. So the same diagram from the Robbins you can see. Let me tell you the two membranes of the mitochondria. Between the two membranes, here is the cytochrome C. This is the gate of the mitochondria known as mitochondrial transit. This is BCL2, BCLX closing the door. When DNA damage will occur, this BCL2, BCLX is replaced by bath, BIM, bark. So they will open the door. Once the door is opened, the cytochrome C is coming in the cytoplasm. After coming in the cytoplasm, see the pair, the best friends. Which are the two best friends? Procaspase 9 and APOF1. This purple color is APOF1. So the cytochrome C will take APOF1 with him. So procaspase 9 will become converted into active caspase 9 because he is alone. And what will happen to the story ahead? I will tell you. So this is the story written in the flowchart. So stimulus is coming from DNA. So BCL2, BCLX are lost. And these are replaced by bath, BIM. So they will open the door known as mitochondrial permeability. They will increase the permeability. So cytochrome C will come in the cytoplasm. So it will activate APOF1. So procaspase 9 will get activated into active caspase 9. So these are anti-apoptotic proteins which were closing the door. BCL2, BCLX, MCL, flip. They were close the door. These were many MCQs come on it. And these are pro-apoptotic proteins. bath, BIM, P53, APOF1, cytochrome. These are opening the door. So these are pro-apoptotic proteins. Done. So we are done with initiation phase of extrinsic pathway and initiation phase of intrinsic pathway. Where we have left the story, दो intermission हो चुके हैं. Now I will continue the story in third half, like Bahubali. Yes or no? So it is caspase 8 in the initiation phase. It is caspase 9 in the initiation phase. Activation of caspase 8 here. It is the initiation phase, end of initiation phase of extrinsic pathway. Activation of caspase 9 is end of initiation phase of intrinsic pathway. Now I am continuing the execution phase, which is common for both. So execution phase is the convergence point for intrinsic as well as extrinsic. Let's see. So here from extrinsic pathway, the caspase 8 is already activated. How you know the story? By death receptors. In intrinsic pathway, caspase 9 is already activated. How you know the story? It is via mitochondria, cytochrome C. So these will activate two next caspase. Caspase 8 and caspase 9 will activate caspase 3 and 7. So 3 and 7 are the first caspase which are activated in execution pathway. So and after 3 and 7, all caspase will become activated and they will cleave the cell. Nucleus, cytoplasm, protein, cell membrane, everything will be cleaved and apoptotic bodies are formed. So all caspase will become activated either by intrinsic pathway or by extrinsic pathway. Ultimately all of them are activated. If you talk about intrinsic pathway, it is the caspase number 9 which become first activated. In extrinsic pathway, caspase number 8 first become activated. In execution pathway, 3 and 7, and then all of them will be activated and they will degrade the cell and convert the cell into multiple apoptotic bodies. Ultimately a phagocyte will come and engulf all the apoptotic bodies. No leakage, no inflammation. So caspase 8 and 9 are initiation caspase, 8 in the extrinsic pathway, 9 in the intrinsic pathway, and caspase 3 and 7 are execution caspase. Very important MCQ. So I am done with the mechanism. Let me talk about the last step, phagocytosis in detail. Listen how phagocytosis takes place. As I have told you, this is a phagocyte, the green colored cell. You can see here the green colored cell. The phagocyte is coming and engulfing all the apoptotic bodies. Now phagocyte, this is the phagocyte here. Phagocyte don't have eyes. So phagocyte will look, this is a normal cell, man, I don't have to eat this, and these are apoptotic bodies, I have to eat this. How phagocyte will recognize I don't have to eat this cell and I have to eat this cell? Does anyone know? Phagocyte don't have eyes, na? So how he will see and how he will recognize that this is a normal cell, I don't have to eat or engulf this cell. This is a apoptotic cell, I have to eat it. So there is a tagging on the cell. Listen. So what happens? This is a normal cell. This is a cell membrane of a normal cell. On the cell membrane, on the inner side, there is a phospholipid present, which is known as phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylserine is present on the inner membrane. But during apoptosis, the cell membrane flip-flap, ulat-pulat ho jata hai, flip-flap occurs. So this phosphatidylserine comes on the outer side, and phagocyte recognize this cell by phosphatidylserine. So phagocyte will engulf only that cell which have phosphatidylserine on the outer side. So phagocyte will engulf this cell. Phagocyte will not engulf this cell because phosphatidylserine is present on the inner side. So it is the phosphatidylserine which is causing tagging. It is externalization of phosphatidylserine because of flip-flap of the cytoplasmic membrane. I hope you got it. So here also diagram from Robbins you can see. Here normal cell membrane you can see. This is the cell membrane and this phosphatidylserine is present on the inner side. And here during apoptosis, formation of apoptotic bodies, during flip-flap, this phosphatidylserine is present on the outer side. So virtually inflammation is absent because there is no leakage. So I am done with definition, types, mechanism. Now, okay, morphology I have to quit. Just a second. Okay, just a second. Give me a minute. So here I am done. Here I am done with it. So thank you. My time is over. So thank you very much. But here I am not done with the complete apoptosis topic. Still morphological changes on the apoptosis, that is cell shrinkage, formation of blebs, all these is remaining. How we diagnose apoptosis, the two ways of diagnosis. How we diagnose apoptosis, that is annexin 5 and ladder on the electrophoresis. So how we diagnose it and what are the differences from necrosis? Most important, what are the differences from necrosis? All these points are still remaining. So if you want complete lecture on apoptosis, it is available for free but not on YouTube. So if you want to watch the remaining topics of this portion of this particular apoptosis, or if you want to watch the various types of necrosis also, you know the 5 type of necrosis. What is necrosis? What are the 5 type of necrosis? C, 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 F, F, triple C, double F. So it is coagulative, colligative or liquefactive, caseous, fat and fibrinoid. The 5 type of necrosis. Microscopy of each of them, cross of each of them, microscopy of each of them, a comparative table between the 5. If you want all these material, that is available for free but not on YouTube. So what you have to do, apart from these, the 2 types of cell death, the various mechanisms of cell injury, very important, ATP depletion, free radical, the 5 mechanisms of cell injury, and various types of cell adaptations, the 5 types of cell adaptation: hypertrophy, hyperplasia, dysplasia, atrophy, and aplasia. You know the 5 types. So the metaplasia, these are the 5 types of cell adaptation. If you want a lecture on that, it is available for free. Where it is available? You have to go to the Play Store and you have to install Unacademy Learners app from the Play Store in your mobile or in your gadget. So first install it and go under NEET PG category. NEET PG. Select your goal as NEET PG. There are 2 types of classes there: paid classes and free classes. The free classes there are known as special classes. What you do, just install the app, go in the NEET PG category, then search my name there. Search my name there. My name is Dr.Priyanka Sachdev. See the spelling in the background. Priyanka Sachdev. You will find my profile link there in NEET PG category. So just follow my profile. If you follow my profile, you will see all lectures taken by me available there for free. So lectures from pathology, pharmacology, microbiology, medicine, very important topics from PSM. So various subjects I take various high yielding points. So if you like my pattern of teaching, please watch the remaining recordings available on Unacademy app. That is for free. So if you do this, otherwise Once you install the app, go under NEET PG category. As I have told you, two types of classes, paid and free. The free classes are known as special classes. Apart from me, you can watch free classes of other educators also. Now, what is the feature of these free special classes which make it different from YouTube free classes? On YouTube also it is available, now free classes. But these are more interactive as compared to YouTube. There is an option of launching polls. You will get your real-time assessment, real-time ranking. There is a raise a hand option. You will never miss a class because you will always get notifications 10 minutes before the class. You will get PDF notes there. So if you want the notes of this apoptosis, now just go there. Notes are available for free. You can take the printout. You can take the PDF. You can download the PDF in your mobile. Now about the paid classes. These were the free one. Paid classes. There are two types of paid classes: Plus and Iconic. Plus and Iconic. So Plus, you have access for live and recorded lectures for Unacademy from India's topmost educators. You will have access to the live tests, live quizzes. You will get printed notes. You will have a question bank, more than 25,000 clinically new pattern questions in Iconic subscription. Along with Unacademy live and pre-recorded lectures, you will also get prep letter recorded lectures. So you will get advantage of both. So better to go with Iconic if you are taking the subscription. In Plus and Iconic, my batch is coming. One of my batch is coming. The name of the batch is Target Next. It is coming from 18th of August. So we, the topmost educators from the country, will teach you all 19 subjects. The audience here who are targeting next 2022 or 2023, I highly recommend you to join this batch. Now, why I am recommending you to join this batch? What is the specialty? What differently we will teach you here? What is the difference? We will not teach you in a conventional way the 19 subjects starting from anatomy till medicine, anatomy, physio. We will not teach you in conventional way. So what is the difference which make it this batch different from other batches? What is the difference here? The difference is that we will teach you in an integrated way. Integrated way, by integrated way, I mean we will teach you not subject wise. We will teach you system wise. What do you mean by system wise? This month the system to teach is CVS, cardiovascular system. So cardiovascular system we will teach you from anatomy first, the embryology and anatomy of CVS, then physiology, the cardiac cycle, then biochemistry, the important points in biochemistry, then pathology portion will be dealt by me. So entire pathology of CVS, that is angina, MI, cardiomyopathies, pericarditis, endocarditis, rheumatic heart disease, congenital heart disease, valvular heart disease, A to Z pathology of CVS will be taken by me this month only, 18th of August. Mark the date. After that, microbiology, CVS important. After that, medicine. After that, surgery. After that, yeah, pharmacology bhul gaye yahan. Pharmacology, important drugs of CVS, very important. So heart failure drugs, anti-angina drugs, hypertension drugs. Then surgery, then pediatrics. So CVS will be covered from all 19 subjects wherever applicable. In the same way, next month we will take respi, next month we will take endocrine, then CNS. So in this way we will complete 7 major systems from all 19 subjects. So if you are targeting next now, if you are targeting next, not NEET PG, next, then this is the way to study. Many students ask me, ma'am, कि next की तैयारी कैसे करनी है? So we are in second prof or third prof, हम लोग next first time देंगे. So how to prepare for it starting from now? So this is the batch. This is the highly recommended batch you should join. In India, no one else is teaching in such a way in an integrated platform live. So we are coming live to teach you in this integrated way. We will give you a schedule of upcoming 6 months. The batch will last for 6 to 7 months. So 6 to 7 months, we will complete 7 systems from all 19 subjects. So that is the specialty of the batch. Please join it. If you wish, if you like the idea, please join it. Apart from this batch, there are 4 other batches which are running on the Plus platform. For FMG students, there is Focus FMG batch. For next 2022, there is already Target Next 2022. And for NEET PG, there is NEET PG test and analysis and ultra fast track revision. If you take the subscription, you will get access for all the batches. Done. Currently, NEET PG 1 month package is going on. So it is only for short duration. We know in NEET PG only 25 days are remaining. So please take this package and please amplify your preparation in the last few days and confirm your seat in the NEET PG. So if you are targeting NEET PG in this September 2021, join this 1 month package. And if you join, if the cost is very less, it is only 4,500 and you will get additional 10% discount on this price also if you use my code. My code is Sachdev10, SACHDEV. My name Sachdev, Dr. Sachdev. It is not Sachdeva. Sachdev10 is the code. So just before payment, just apply this code. You will get additional 10% discount, and we will help you in preparing your NEET PG, which is going to come in the next month. And on the app, on the Plus platform, more than 25,000 highly curated, highly important clinical questions, image-based questions, new pattern questions are available. So do practice, practice, practice till you become perfect. Done. So please take the subscription, Plus or Iconic, whatever you wish, and take the advantage of all these things. Done. And there are 2 more offers. If you are taking a subscription for 12 months, you will get additional 2 months in the same price. And if you are taking a 4-year subscription of Plus or Iconic, it is the most cost-effective plan. So in Plus, it is 60,000 only. In Iconic, it is 75,000 only for the 4 years. And you can convert it into monthly installments also. So if in Plus, the monthly installment is around 1200, in Iconic, the monthly installment is around 1400, which is very cost effective. So this is the 4-year plan. Apart from it, other plans are also available on Plus as well as Iconic. In Plus, starting from 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24, 36 and 48. And in Iconic, starting from 12 months till 4 years. So whatever plan suits to you. If you are a first prof student, go for 4 year. If you are a second prof, also go for 4 year. Third prof, you can select 3 year, 2 years. So various plans are available. And if you are an intern, you can take 1 month plan also. So I have told you, on all these plans, whatever price written here, see the price, whatever price written here, you will get additional 10% discount if you use my code Sachdev, SACHDEV, Sachdev 10, without space it is 10. So use this code and you will get additional 10% discount on any of these plans. So remember the code, it is Sachdev 10. And yeah, do you want it for free? All this for free. You want it for free? The Plus and the Iconic. Do you want it? The Plus one? Do you want the Plus one for free? Yes or no? Yes, every one of you. So I am giving you opportunity. One chance to win it for free. Give my scholarship test. I have curated a scholarship test containing 50 questions from pathology, systemic pathology, histopathology, 50 questions next Sunday, coming Sunday. That is 22nd August 2021, morning 11 a.m. So please give this test. All questions will be from histopathology, systemic pathology, 50 questions, most difficult questions, curated by me, Dr. Priyanka. So if you win it, the winners will get 3-month Unacademy Plus subscription. So use code Sachdev10 to unlock the test. Again, the code is same, Sachdev10. So just go on Unacademy app and search for Patho 50 under test. You will get the link, enroll for the link. It's free. It's free. Just try your luck. No? If you are the winner, you will get it for free. Why don't you try it? Otherwise, if you don't win also, there is no harm in giving the test. You will aware of new questions, new pattern questions. So please inform it to your friends also about this test and give this test. Yeah, one more announcement. Tomorrow on Wednesday, that is on 18th of August, from 3:30 to 5:30, I am going to take images and histopathology. Histopathology, all images from systemic pathology, various systems I will cover. I will cover the histopathology images. So I will decode the images for you. So for the image-based question for this NEET PG, please be with me. Done. There is a ask a doubt feature also available on the app. Just take the snapshot of your doubt and send us. I will answer it. And there is a Telegram channel also. Let's Crack NEET PG. You can join it for notification. Join my profile link. Thank you very much. Study hard. Okay.